The devastating war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza means persistent danger for journalists trying to cover the conflict. Recent figures from the Committee to Protect Journalists show Palestinian journalists made up the majority of all journalists killed worldwide in the past year. Since Hamas's October 7th terror attacks, 83 Palestinian journalists and 2 Israeli journalists have been killed in the conflict. Within Gaza, it's now almost exclusively Palestinians reporting on the war on the ground. Israel has refused to let foreign journalists in to report independently there. All those reporting from within Gaza are doing so under extremely difficult conditions.
There are numerous risks confronting Palestinian journalists covering the Gaza Strip, particularly in the face of Israeli measures that indiscriminately target everything Palestinian, be it people, trees, or even stones. With each new raid that happens near my family, I can't help but feel an overwhelming sense of anxiety. The difficulty in reaching them and ensuring their safety adds to the complexities of my situation. Working in this field entails navigating a mix of emotions. On the one hand, the focus is on reporting the news and political developments on the ground. On the other hand, as a human being and a journalist, there's a deep desire to be with family and share in the challenges and dangers they face.
Starting from Gaza, I displaced with my family for 16 times between Gaza to Khan Younis to Rafah. So to be honest, I moved my family a lot, and because I try to protect my family from the Israeli shelling and the Israeli bombardment, we don't know what to do. My kids, they consider me I'm a shelter and I'm not. While they are looking to my face, they think that I'm a shelter and I'm came to protect him from the Israeli shelling. They feel that I could do something for him, but between me and myself, I do nothing. While I'm covering, for example, inside the hospital, and there is some injury, kids, they are coming, to the hospital from the Israeli shelling. It's coming to my mind, those kids could be my kids.
Well, for more now, we can speak to Hassan Baloucha. He's a journalist from Gaza who's been displaced several times and managed to leave Gaza at some point. He joins us today from Amman, Jordan. Hassan, as a journalist in Gaza, you went through the same hardships that you were reporting on. How difficult was it to do your job under these circumstances?
It's super difficult, to be honest, for many reasons. Because we are human beings, we are part of the conflict. We have families to take care of. That was the time that I spent in Gaza. My main concern was about my family, their fear, being displaced in different places, taking or seeking a safe place or a safer, at least, than the place that I used to be. I got displaced different places, so I have to manage and I have to feed the family as well. There was a shortage of food, so I had to go and search for it. It's not like normal days that everything is settled and everything is sorted out. So I have to do this job by myself. Along with that, we had no electricity, so I had to go and to recharge my devices, my laptop, my mobile phone. There was a huge problem of the internet connection. I had to go and seek the signal where is better in internet, so I can know about other places in Gaza Strip and to communicate with my outlets and feed them with the news. So these the two main things, that having a family and being part and under danger, and at the same time you have to keep an eye on the news and send it along.
Hassan, the number of journalists killed in this conflict is extremely high. What makes it so much more dangerous to be a journalist in Gaza compared to other conflicts?
Well, Gaza is a very small place, and the number of deaths among journalists is really horrible. This number is really high. It's uncompared with other conflicts. Gaza is very small place. People are overcrowded. It's very hard because everywhere is targeted. There is no safe place or designed as like a really 100% safe place that all people or civilians and journalists can seek. So wherever journalists are, they seek the news to the in a conflict places. So that's why that the number is very high. And there is no, I mean, this war is really different. There was there were many conflicts along the years. It's not the first war, of course. It's the uncomparable with the previous conflicts, but this one was really hard because it's very destructive and very devastating.
Right. What's your impression, Hassan, of how this conflict is being reported? Are news audiences getting an accurate picture, in your opinion, of what's going on in Gaza?
Well, this is one of the main concerns that Palestinian journalists who are only allowed to be in Gaza, and foreign media and foreign crews are not allowed to enter Gaza. I mean, Israel didn't allow foreign media to cover the wars except one war in the past times in 2014, but the other conflicts, they shut the gate and they don't allow for journalists to come in. In 2008 they didn't allow them, but some of them they sneaked through Rafah crossing with Egypt. But this time nobody allowed in, and nobody was there, I mean, like before the war took place. Being a Palestinian, covering the news and all the time is accused that you are biased is not easy. I mean, to keep the being objective is not easy mission.
Hassan, thank you very much for speaking with us again, and thank you for all your reporting over these months during the war. Journalist Hassan Balusha there in Amman, Jordan.